once I woke up in the middle of the night and I saw figures standing over my bed. It looked like 3 to 5 figures standing there, and I remember being absolutely paralyzed and staring at these things, waiting, trying to think of what am I going to do? Is someone broke into my home? Is someone going to hurt me? What do I have to do? What's my plan of action here? This happens to me every once in a while. It happened to me recently in my new home in a different house, and it's not that I've never said I believe in ghosts. I'm not even considering that, but the fact that I keep seeing these shapes moving around in the middle of the night, kind of looking at me standing, I don't know if it's my brain. There's probably a scientific reason why I'm seeing these things. Maybe it's something with my eyes, maybe it's just overactive imagination. It made me think of that. It made me think of the fears we have in life, the things that hold us back from doing something great. I want this song to be about acknowledging the fact that at our darkest, at our worst, which is what the chorus is kind of saying, save yourself. I'm telling the listener, don't allow it to get this bad. Don't allow your fears to overtake you. And you can overcome your fears in the end.
Pull Me From the Void was the last song written for the album. We had a couple song ideas sitting around, but the full ideas were not quite fitting the rest of the record. So we took a couple parts and, changed the keys that were played in, and we ended up coming up with what is the chorus riff / intro from one song, and then the part that goes in after it was from another song, but we just altered the key to fit the other part. It became like a song that the record was missing. It's a more up-tempo number.
Until the World Goes Cold is another song about witnessing and realizing what the lifelong purpose and what the goal of everything you've been working towards is. And it's about striving through that and traveling through and sacrificing everything you have to sacrifice in order to get that. It's a song that plays through about being beaten down and low and working your way back to what the initial thing that you said you would have in life is.
I guess the starting point of this song, which is the intro, was a part that's been around since maybe 2010. It was kind of in between Shogun and In Waves. And it was a part that I always thought was really cool and had a really cool melodic, ring to it, and the whole part as a whole with the drums and everything had a real driving, energetic feel. Mainly the big thing that it needed was just the verse, which once that verse came in rehearsals, and then once we played it, it was all right, now the song's something. It's got all the pieces needed to be a worthy song for the record. It treads on happy and kind of sad in the same way. You can get both feelings from the same part, but I think it's a really it's really standout chorus with the lyrics are very with the referencing water with the emotional story of it, kind of all the metaphors and everything. It's a really fun song, and I get to do a really long guitar solo in it, so that's really fun.